Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatsMap, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, it's Monday and looking ahead at what is to come, I think we have at least 3 very good maps coming this week. We're going to start the week with one of them. It's a creator who we have seen multiple times in the past, and you know those all-star maps, those ones that get 5 stars for each of the 3 categories. Well, they've done it. They have achieved it. Not only that, they're the only creator who has achieved it twice. Will they achieve it a 3rd time today? Well, there's only one way to find out. Well, there's 2 ways. One to skip to the end of the video, the other one to watch it through. I think you should probably do that. I also think it'd be nice if you could do this as well. That's right, hit the like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day, so thank you very much for your support. Today's map is Gaia by ZOSO. ZOSO is that said creator. 2 all-star maps will today be their 3rd. Let's have a look at the start square. I mean, that is perfection already. You can't fault that, can you? And then the resources, oh, so nice, so beautiful, so workable as well. Of course, as always, perfection. Off to the workshop. Now there is a required list on the right hand side there, which is the absolute bare minimum requirements, includes network extensions too. We're using the Laviante, a 1.4 map theme, the Relight Neutral LUT. There is a one-click collection that contains a few more bits in it if you want to have all of the detail involved. I have obviously subscribed to all of that, so you will get the full glorious Technicolor map with all the bridges and so on as well. So if you're happy looking at all of that, let's go and have a look at the map itself. Down to ground level, we're in the fog a little bit, we'll work our way away from the fog. Now there are highways. I just started with the national road. We'll work towards the highways because this seemed like a bit of a glorious route to take. It also takes in a feature that I'm going to make a little bit of a fuss of in the second half of today's show. Don't worry, I'm not being a complete jackass today. Look at the switchbacks. Look at the switchbacks. So sweet. Sweetly done, coming down the side of the hill there. Nice and smoothly. Coming down to our first bridge. We're not going to look at this in too much detail because frankly it's just a bridge. And it's fine. Nothing to moan about there. Our first intersection, if you want to really call it an intersection, it is an intersection, isn't it? It is an intersection, definitely an intersection. It's all lovely. I want to point out that because of the choice of roads that we've got, we're getting some tarmac glitchy type issues where the lines are disappointingly disappearing. And what's this guy doing? Now let's pull up and have a look at what we've got here. I think that is definitely a quicker route. So yeah, instead of if we come this way, it's quicker than if we go the long way around. Now that is fixable with Traffic Management Present Edition. So if you are playing the modded game and you load up this particular map, you may want to go in there and just tweak a couple of like no turning junctions into that, so that if it flows more realistically, because that's just the way it goes sometimes, isn't it? Nice rock detailing on the tunnel exit there as well. We've got a few splashes of rocks around as well, just to take away the boredom and the mundaneness, the mundaneity. Ooh, mundaneity, don't say that every day of the week. Down to this now, this is the intersection we'll be having a look at in the second half of today's show. Again, we have got, for want of a better word, the glitchy tarmacy areas where there are no lines. That's just, that's the best we can do. I don't blame ZOSO for this at all. And I'm loving the lanes, the way they work here. So the way that they split, yeah, we're going straight on here, we're going straight on now. We've got a possible left turn lane there, and then 2 right lanes. This arrow in the middle here offering us a left turn. Again, Traffic Management Present Edition, I would have that listed to go straight on. Tiny little bit of glitching here as well, which I'm going to show you me trying to fix it. I wasn't able to fix it in the few seconds I spent tweaking it, but it is fixable. It just needs a few moments. Just needs a few moments. Not something that I would be marking the map down on that particular one on its own. And then down to this bridge. Our custom bridges are beautiful, as is the theme. I must point out the theme is lovely as well. But this is just beautiful. This is 5-star stuff. This is lovely. So I'm just having a moment. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I'm back. And through the ZOSO doesn't half know how to make a nice temperate map with just a beautiful feel to it. And the Laviente theme, I must point out that it's recommended with relight, and there are some recommended relight settings. So if you do subscribe to it, do go and look in the description of the Laviente. I think that's the pronunciation there. Have a look at the theme, and you can read the relight settings, and you can get this lovely warm glow to the theme as well. Anyway, across here, lovely intersection there again, and then we've got another custom bridge, and it's perfection. It's absolute perfection. Cannot align that any better. Yes, spend time on these things, and they just start popping, don't they? In fact, when you get something perfection, you don't even notice that it's perfect. I'm going to nip over the rail there. We're going to come back and have a look at the rail in a moment. That is going to be a feature area for us. Just a brief feature, just a few moments, but you will salivate when you see what ZOSO has done at that location. Then down here, notice there is no way of turning onto this road the way that we are going from this direction. There is no way. You cannot get onto the road from this direction. Darn it, ZOSO. Have you failed us? I mean, look. Hang on. Over here. Same road connection up there. There we go. It's separated. It's split. Now we can get onto the road, and then we can head down towards the roundabout and loop back. It's all fixed. It's lovely. Don't worry. ZOSO hasn't lost it. I might have. One of these beautiful custom bridges. And down to this intersection, which is the Start Square intersection. We'll have a little look here. It's nice detailing. Again, all the slopes are great as well. Under the rail, down into the Start Square location, where we will have a little look at the build area. And then we'll have a zoom down at today's asset of the day. It's a beauty. You will need DLC for today's asset. But other than that, it's still spot on. Very nice, very juicy. It's the River Wharf by Robert. You do need a mass transit for ferries, but if you haven't got mass transit, if you're going to get one bit of DLC, get mass transit. You're going to get 2, get After Dark as well. Factoids, because factoids, I'm showing some of the details in close in if I can. While researching material for his book, Sexual Behaviour and the Human Male, Alfred Kinsey discovered the case of a man who had had more than 5 sexual encounters each day for a period of 30 years. Well, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to come clean here, guys. That man was not me. Barely. Although I think there's an argument that many men in the current age with the propensity of internet porn probably manage that and more. Anyway, River Wharf by Robert. Sorry, Robert, for talking about porn all over your lovely, lovely ferry wharf. Dear. Map porn is what we have today, guys. Map porn. None of this sexual rubbish. It's overrated, you know, sex. Says everybody who doesn't get any. Anyway, carrying on and moving along. We have next intersection here. It's just beautiful. Swooping, sweeping, glorious, lovely stuff. I just love the way that the lanes have been done. The extra lane here, the minus lane there, just to allow for merging. And another perfect custom bridge there, and another perfect custom bridge there. Ooh, and a swooping, sweeping intersection down here as well. So, anybody want to have a look at the rail? Well, the rail is going to be good. You know it's going to be good. It's also a very comfortable environment to build rail onto. But we do have one moment in this little fly through that I think you are going to appreciate. I certainly did. It was a moment where I said to myself out loud, like I'm going to say out loud to you, ZOSO, you're just showing off. There's absolutely no need for it. It's an unattractive thing in a man, ZOSO, to show off. Oh dear, but yes, it's just so good, so good. Yeah, not turning the terrain lines on. I think it's quite evident that there is no terrain elevation changes going on here. This is smooth. I like the way we stay elevated across here and come back down to ground. It's just slick and smooth. Slick and smooth. The river. Look at the river. Everything just feels so naturalistic and realistic, all in the same boot as well. Across another little river there, and come across the same river across here. And now get ready for this. Get ready for this. Here we are, showing off. Showing off is what you're doing here also. Wait for it. Look at that. Just look at that. That's just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. In a map of open, glorious spaces, you have to make something just so precise and so precision, and oh, I hate you. I hate you. I love you. Shall we take that intermission? I think we should.
Have you ever wondered why the traffic AI is so bad in this game? Why do all those cars all want to use the same lane? Then you need BonBonB's Guide to Traffic AI. Click the information button now.
Anybody want to see the shipping routes? We have a shipping route. It follows the river down the widest part, down the middle of the widest part, underneath these custom bridges. Only the big ones though, and they are high enough. They have been tested and checked. They are high enough. The smaller custom bridges, well, we bypassed them completely. Good work. Water flow. Water flow runs very strongly on this map. There's one or two places on the edge of the map where it doesn't, but it's the edge of the map. Where are you going to be drawing water from there, huh? Huh? It's all good. This is through your start square here, and water flow under the bridges there. It's just good. It's just good. Working rivers. You'd expect no less, wouldn't you? Right, shall we have a little look at the map as a whole? There it is. I don't know what happened there. That was weird. Anyways, yes, here's the map as a whole. What shall we have a look at that we haven't had? Do you know what? I promise you we're going to have a look back at that that intersection. Where is it? It's over here. And the lanes are merging. Now, I understand why ZOSO hasn't actually done this themselves. I'm going to just do a bodge job here, guys. Just going to do a bodge job. Because if you're going to... Oh, hello. No, decals we want. Oops. Decals. Yeah, I'm going to do these lanes. Bodge jobs. I can understand why ZOSO hasn't, because it would be just more assets, more props to subscribe to, and of course you may choose to even upgrade these interchanges. But yeah, I feel that this is how the lanes should have looked if they were, or would look if they were if they were properly drawn out. We'll get back to the straight line. Just using the bike lane middle decal here, which comes with the Mass Transit DLC, I believe. I believe it's Mass Transit for bikes. And there we go. And again, you can use Traffic Manager to properly assign the lanes here as well. But I think that's kind of okay. I bodged it a little bit. I did it on the fly, and there's probably some like lanes working I could do in the middle as well. But yeah, I just wanted to do that. I felt that it needed just a. Spent ages trying to work out how those lanes would actually work, and I figured one of them was wrong, and I was so wrong. I was wrong in thinking they were wrong. We've got some great water work going on here. Down here we've got this nice little, it's more like a rapids rather than a waterfall, isn't it? And it's just, that could easily have been the screenshot for today's map. Could easily have been the screenshot, as could the bridges. as could most of the map. Now down here I've got a couple of, I wasn't sure about what this was for a little while. I spent a while musing over it. So is it a quarry or whatever? I think it's just a 3/4 dried lake. It's just dried out. And the reason why I think that is a dried out lake, although that said, the trees around, they're a bit close to the edge of the lake, what would be the lake here if it's just drying out. Reason being, if we go and have a look a little bit over here, there it is. There's another one over here. This is clearly a dried out lake, and the trees are a little bit further back. You look where the water line there is. So I just get the feel that the trees are a little bit close on the opposite lake. But this is just inspired work. I had no clue how this has been done so well. It's just been done. Well, no, it's been done so well. It's been done by somebody who isn't me. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. What do you think, guys? What do you think, guys? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the viewer's choice top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. I would be stunned if this wasn't in the running for map of the month by you guys. I'm pretty sure you're going to have it in there. In the top 3 definitely, if not straight in at number 1. Aesthetically, okay, I'm going to be honest. It is a 5-star map for aesthetics. The only thing that I find distracting, I find the road glitching where it's a bit darker. The way it could be avoided by just having a different set of roads selected or not doing the lanes and so forth. As there was an answer to it. There is an answer to it. I think it's great work. It just distracts from me giving it a 5th star for aesthetics for the map, even though it is clearly a 5-star map. 4 stars. Detailing, 5 stars. Just get straight in there, shall we? 5 stars for detailing. And gameplay, 5 stars for gameplay as well. You might argue, why haven't I docked a point for detailing down to 4 stars? Well, I've docked the point off of aesthetics. I'm not going to double whammy it. It's one or the other. I didn't know which one to go with, so I just went with this. For me, it was more of an aesthetic thing. It just detracts from the map. Anyway, all of that, though, it does get the BonBonB seal of approval. Clearly, basically, I don't think ZOSO could make a bad map. And I feel really bad about docking a star for that, but it is glitchy the way that those lanes merge in with each other, and it just took the edge off. But not much ZOSO could do, not much anyone could do apart from just choosing different roads. Playing it safe would have got an extra 5th star there, and I'm glad you didn't, ZOSO. It's not about playing it safe, it's about making beautiful maps. Anyway, see you tomorrow for another map in the What Map series. Oh my god, I've run out of time. I've run out of time! Why don't you tell me?